All right, I'd like to call this Community Service Committee meeting to order. And Melvana, if you would, the invocation, please.
Ora galande he John Lily Chisanes Gatino, Nuna de Joston Heldies or Hest, Hina Aja Ade, Tina Georgia Lady, Nihu Descatini says Tina Boja Isa, Nihu de Janela Jaga Hest, God no Jadan Eldoha. Father, we just thank you for this day. We just thank you for all your blessings, Lord. I just ask you to be with us this coming new year. We thank you for what you have done in the past year. That you be with us and be our guide for the betterment of Cherokee Nation. Bless each and every one that's here today. In your name we pray. Amen.
Thank you, Melvana. Shelley, roll call, please.
Yes, sir. Darrell Legg,
Here.
Melvina Shotpouch, Sasha Black Fox Squalls, Danny Callison, Julia Coates, Joe Deere, Mike Dobbins, Kevin Easley, Lisa Hall, Johnny Kidwell, Kendra McGady, Dora Paskowski, Cody Poindexter,
Honey.
Joshua Sam, Mike Shambaugh, E.O. Smith, Kendessa Teehee. We have a quorum.
All right, thank you, Shelley. All right, I need a motion for approval of minutes, please. All in favor? Any opposed? All right, moving on to reports. Human Services, Jennifer Kirby.
Good afternoon. Hope everyone had a great holiday. And I just ask if you have any questions about our report or any human services questions.
Cody.
Yeah, I just had a couple questions from constituents. The deadline to apply for LIHEAP, that is closed, right?
Right, that was December the 31st.
Okay. And they're issuing out payments currently still? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Payments have been continually going out since probably several months back. But now what they're doing with those that came in last month to apply, they're going through their applications, approving them, sending them if they lack any documents. They're sending them notification of that, or the application might be something incomplete. They'll notify them, but otherwise payments are going out.
Anyone else? Danny.
Jennifer, I just want to thank you. But people, I know you guys go to work 9 to 5, 8 to 4:30, 8 to 5. I know that's the way the nation operates, but as a counselor, and we all take calls late at night and on the weekends, and we do appreciate you guys being able to step up and do those things for us over the last several months. I know that's a good thing, and taking care of the people, so thank you very much for your efforts.
Thank you all. Let the staff know we're here to serve our people.
Anyone else for Jennifer? And I'd like to echo Danny's comments also between you and Todd Enlow. I know y'all are the two that I call all the time. It's usually 4 o'clock Friday, right before everybody's getting ready to go home. 4:30, yeah. But y'all are really appreciated, and because when they call us, they are in such need, and it may be something minor to us, but to them, the world's coming to an end. And sometimes it's an easy fix, and sometimes it's not. But I know that y'all are on it, and I appreciate it.
Where there's a will, there's a way,
That's
right?
That's right. All right. Next up, we have Michael Lynn.
Good afternoon. You all have a report. Just go over a couple things that I'd like to highlight, and then answer any questions that anybody may have. But we did get restroom facilities installed at the Sequoia Hunting Preserve in Sequoia County, Welling Ridge Trails here east of Tahlequah, Dewey Cherokee Community Building, Grand Playscape Park in Ketchum, and also Salina City Park. Those are now on the ground. The next couple we have coming online will be Holbert Community Building and the Greasy Community Building. One thing I want to point out on the Greasy Community Building, it's going to be serving both the community building and the new ball fields that are under contract, I believe, to be renovated. That's being handled through John Asbill and David Moore, but it will not only include a restroom, but also a concession facility. So that's going to be exciting. So with that, on the transportation side, the Lost City Loop is probably 10 to 15% complete. It's an asphalt overlay and some patching that they're doing, so it is underway. Mud Valley Road is very near completion. They had to slow down there with the weather. They were trying to get the main line paved. They've got driveways to come back and pave, but it's in the neighborhood and 95, 98% complete. Should be wrapping up fairly soon. We also have 3 bridges that are all running neck and neck as far as completion goes, that are expected to complete in the coming weeks. Bridge 24 over Luna Branch in Adair County, Bridge 22 over Little Pryor Creek in Rogers County, and then Bridge 119 over North Fork Double Creek in Washington County. So all of those are wrapping up, or soon to wrap up. So with that, Mr. Chair, I'll be glad to answer any questions you might have.
All right, anyone have, Danny?
Once again, Michael, for a guy that's spent many times in the old blue buildings, you know, these bathrooms that you put in Salina are absolutely gorgeous. I mean, it just, they're beautiful. You know, I mean, as you look at them and when they get them finished, and I know there's one scheduled to go in at Locust Grove at Pipe Springs Park.
There is.
You know, the old Porta Johns are, they're functional, and that's about it you can say with them. But these are really nice restrooms, and you know, the community's going to enjoy them a bunch when they're at the park. So thank you and your team for the effort that you put in for those.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, just glad to play a part in it. You know, this public restrooms is a major priority for Chief Hoskin and Deputy Chief Warner. And, that was a priority that they had, and we've got, like I think I reported last month, we've got 15 locations. Another one may be coming online pretty soon. So, yeah, something we're excited about as well, just to be a part of. Thank you.
Speaker.
Hey, Michael, I know this isn't our project, but we did fund it. Do you know anything about the bridges around Wycliffe?
I did get a report on that just before I came over here. Yes,
All right.
sir. And that, from what I understand, they're very near completion there too, as well. And I think he had told me in the next few weeks they should be wrapping up.
Oh, good deal.
Just some
Thanks, sir.
punch list items right now.
Good deal. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Sasha.
While we're on updates, my apologies if I overlooked, but do you have an update on Pecan Creek Bridge there on Coos Thompson?
Yes, that is, we're kind of hung up in an environmental situation right now as far as some environmental credits that we're trying to purchase in order to be able to build the project. Once the environmental processes, we overcome that hurdle, then we will be needing to acquire right-of-way and move utilities. But we're trying to get that going just as quick as we can because I know it needs to be done. I'd love to get it done before springtime, and I'm not sure, I can't make any promises on that.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Any other questions for Michael? If not, Michael, thank you. We'll
No.
see you next
Yes,
month.
thank you all.
Next up, Housing Services, Todd Enlow.
Mic off. Good afternoon, council. I'd like to point out that Michael Lynn should now be known as the Cousin Eddie of Cherokee Nation. If you're a fan of National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, you'll understand that reference. If I,
Is it full?
it's full. He's installed a bunch of new ones, so they're all empty. So we have, you have our report. I do want to point out a couple of things that are not particularly in your report. Update on Salisal, went out there last week, did an inspection. In the next week or two, we should start our initial walkthrough to do the inspections on the first 3 houses. Should be far enough along and cleaned up for us to inspect the inside of the houses. Our goal is to inspect 3 to 4 every 2 weeks, and we hope to be finished probably sometime at the end of March with the houses, and then the duplexes would be finished sometime in the month of April, if not a little bit later, depending on the weather. That's the big holdup right now. So those 12 houses plus the 16 duplexes in Salisal. Jay's coming along quite nicely as well, and our goal is to have that site completed probably in June or July. So we hope to get back out there pretty soon with council so you guys can see that. The Majgoy Housing Addition, that's the military housing just south of the tribal complex. The last 7 units, I did a walkthrough of 4 of them. We've got a few punch list items, but we hope to have those wrapped up and ready to open up to our veterans and military families starting 1st of next month. So our goal is to be finished by the end of January. Autumn Woods. Autumn Woods is located north of Tahlequah, near Grandview. We are building 14 houses there in Autumn Woods, and a lot of dirt work going on there, and we're about to start pouring the first set of slabs in the coming weeks. So there's 14 houses going in there. Oshaleta, we held a pre-bid meeting this morning. I was telling Councilor Paskowski that we had 9 contractors attend a non-mandatory pre-bid meeting. If you're familiar with construction, non-mandatory means you don't have to be there. And a lot of times they're like, we're not coming. But we had 9 interested parties show up this morning, so that's good news. And we'll be building 3 2-bedroom duplexes, so 6 total units there in Oshaleta. The site work is almost done. We're just waiting on the last bit of utilities to be installed there, and we should have that the initial site construction finished by the end of January as well. Exciting news. We have, in the last 30 days, received notices on 4 different grant submissions that we put in. One is through the Federal Home Loan Bank for $500,000. The Healthy Homes Initiatives, which is a partnership with environmental programs, it's $1.4 million. The ICDBG Competitive, which was $2 million, and the IHB Competitive, which was $7.5 million. So last couple of weeks has been pretty good news, and then the last part is we submitted December 31st through administration the Housing Jobs Sustainable Communities Act, the 3-year plan for both housing and CCO, and entertain any questions that you may have in any of that report or the plan that we have put forward. With that,
Any questions for Todd? Speaker?
Not a question, a comment. Just want to say thank you the other day. It was holiday weekend and had an elder who needed heat. Heat went out and called Todd, and they got heaters out there immediately. So that's a very good job. You know, that's a difficult thing to do in the evening time, but I appreciate. I mean, I know they appreciate it a lot. She texted me and she was just ecstatic. So thank you again.
Anyone else? Danny?
Yeah, and on that same note, Todd, thank you for getting someone into their home that had been completed. I mean, you know, a lot of people, and I say this because everything was done at 4 o'clock. At 4:30, they were on their way toward the Locust Grove area to sign the paperwork so they could start moving in that evening. And, you know, you wouldn't get that out of anything that was public. You wouldn't get that out of anything else. So to be able to, for the crew member to get in the car and to head that away at 4:30 in the afternoon and to get it done was, you know, it's very commendable. So thank you very much. We appreciate that.
Anyone else? Todd, appreciate you.
all right,
For all
thank you very
do.
much.
You bet. Next up, Veterans Center, we have Barbara Foreman. And special guest, S. Joe Crittenden, by the way.
Good afternoon, Council. You have our report. Any questions about it?
Any questions for Barbara? Go ahead, Condessa.
Well, welcome this afternoon. It's always good to get our quarterly report from Veterans Affairs. I wanted to ring in and speak with you because I was a petition for a larger Cherokee Nation Veterans Center was turned into me that has the signatures of some veterans who are concerned about the size of the space, and I was able to submit that to y'all just a bit ago, and I wanted to ask what might be possible to respond to this petition.
Might want to defer that to Secretary.
Okay, I appreciate that.
Thank you, Dr. Teehee. I'm looking at this petition. I didn't know, I'd heard a rumor about a petition, but this is the first time I've seen it. So, and it looks like there's about 131 names on it. And we served that evening, I believe, about 167 veterans. I thought it was fertile ground for petitions. I thought it might be good ground for someone that might be running for county sheriff or something. Lots of folks. Somebody done a lot of work to get all those people notified about the program and about our party. And most of them came, and I think most of them were very happy with the proceeds and the, whatever. But it was tight. I've been in church services where it was kind of like that. The walls were doing this. We praise the Lord. So, but we've done some study for more space in the past, and we, as far as I'm concerned, I think that'll continue on.
Okay.
We've even at one point we had some drawings for some more space, and we've talked about it since then. So it's my hope and prayer. After all, look what the veterans done for this country.
That's right.
And so when we prioritize things, folks, 1% of our population makes it possible for us to sit here in peace and go home tonight and sleep, knowing they'll take care of us if something comes up. And so, with that in mind, I agree. We need more space over there. Lord willing, it'll come about. That would be my prayer. So that's my comments about it, and thank you, Candace, for bringing this to our attention. I hope we didn't offend any of our veterans that night. We made do, and we done the best we could. And thank to those who came and helped us, right, Barbara?
Exactly, yes.
And this lady and our staff worked hard to serve the veterans, and we had some counsel there, as we always do, help and serve and things. And so I'm just looking forward to the next event. Most of the time, the building is big enough, but sometimes it's not. And we went other places, as you all know. We went to the gym. We went to the casino down there and used their room. And I'd rather have a full house than nobody show up.
Yeah.
So anyhow, with that in mind, anybody got any other thoughts?
Well, I just to follow up real quickly, I think that you mentioned bringing forth taking another look at a study for the space that really is necessary and really is needed. I think that would be a really, really good first step in really taking addressing this petition that was brought forward. As somebody who participated in that Christmas event, myself, Counselor Qualls, Counselor Hall, Counselor Poindexter, and we also had a visitor from Muskogee Nation's Veterans Affairs as well, Mr. Wind, I believe, and it was a really beautiful event to have all of those veterans and all of those veterans' families together under that roof, celebrating Christmas and celebrating together the joy of the holidays and the fact that someone took the opportunity to kind of bring this petition forward. It gives us a good chance to take a look at that space and really make a study and see if something's needed there. So I appreciate your response. I appreciate the time, Chair.
You bet.
Thank you, ma'am. And Speaker?
I think this goes back to even our health committee meeting when we're talking about needing dialysis in centers. We're talking about being our dentist, we're having long waits for our dentist. We're the largest tribe in the United States. And, we're not the same tribe we were 10 years ago. I can tell you that. From the time I started 7 years ago, we are not the same then. We have grown so much. And, I think this is going to be the norm, I think, because we are dealing with more people. And that's a great thing.
Yes.
But I think this is what we're going to have to start dealing with, is some of the things are going to have to be upgraded. And it's not just here, the things that were said in health and in other programs. You know, there's going to be a need in other programs too. And I think, I hate to say growing pains, but I think it kind of is. Because, you know, and I'll tell you this, if you don't, at some point in time, start to upgrade and move forward in your programs, then everything seems to come due at the same time when things start to get wore out or things start to get, you know, too small. So we could come to a point several years if we don't do anything now or here shortly about some of the things that we have going on, at least get started in the right direction, everything's going to start coming due at the same time. And that's going to be difficult to fund. That's just the way it is because it's cost a lot of money. So I think this is just something that we are going to see in the Cherokee Nation with our programs. We are growing. We have more people. It's something that we're going to have to deal with as a council. The next council will have to deal with it too. So, but I really think that we need to look at a lot of our different programs and we need to maybe start a step forward to making them better. And where the money comes from, that's the big deal. So we'll see. But yes, I'm 100%. I've been in that building when it's been packed too. So,
Yes.
you know, but a lot of our places are like that. This is something we're going to have to deal with.
You know, some people look at challenges as problems. Others look at it as opportunities. And so I've been able to be blessed with seeing the growth from tribal membership to the increase in housing and health care and schooling. And you can just go on and on and on with all the growth in our tribe and the rising up of our people, the benefits. So it's a pleasure to me to be able to see that. So thank you all.
I think it is. And even looking at our housing, you know, you all know what we went through here a while back
Yeah.
with, you know, trying to fund 250. You know, I mean, you know, we are trying to do some really good things. We're trying to do some catch up in areas. So, but I think admin, I think the council's done a good job of finding the money to do it. It's just, you know, there's a lot of things coming up and we have a lot on our plate in that aspect. I really think we do.
Yes. Anything else?
Good comments.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Barbara, you got anything else?
Yes, I would like to add that the Warrior flight is booked. We've got the hotel, everything is ready to go for Hard Rock on March 10th. And so I just wanted to let you know that we have a list, if you'd like to take a look at it, council, on the people that will be going, if they may be in your district or not.
So maybe give it to Gail and have her email it to us.
Okay.
That'd be great.
Okay.
Any questions for Barbara? If not, thank you very much. Good seeing you.
Thank you.
All right. Old business, none pending. New business, Dora, you want to take that?
I would like to make a motion, and Mr. Chair, if this passes, it will need to go to full council this evening. A resolution waiving the balance of the 45-day review and comment of the housing plan and CCO plan under the Housing, Job, and Sustainable Communities Act for the 3-year cycle of FY 2025, 2026, and 2027, and I put that in the form of a motion.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor? Any opposed? Do I do a separate to bring it to council tonight, or do we just automatically do it? Okay, all right. Thank you for that, Dora. All right, announcements? Any announcements? Add a anyone else want to be added as a sponsor?
Probably everybody
On the house.
on the house.
Spin it around. Go ahead,
Chair, I
Joe.
just got one announcement. Tulsa MLK Parade starts at 11 Monday,
Okay,
and everybody's welcome, so we'll see how the weather goes. The commemoration is Saturday night at 7. So just FYI.
thank you for that.
Thank you.
Anyone else? All right, next meeting is tentatively scheduled for February 10th at 4 PM. I need one more motion. Motion and a second.